Hi everyone, Janie here, and I am just really excited to share some new cards. Well, not exactly, but they are new versions to the rocker cards, and it's new to me. One of them I saw in Quick Cards Made Easy, which is my favorite magazine in the whole world. And in this month's issue, let me see if I could find it here really quick to show you. They had this sidestep rocker card. And I love the whole idea. And I'm not really good at switching metric over, so I just came up with my own measurements. And then when I did that, I thought, oh, I wanted to have two steps on the side, just like a regular sidestep card. So a little trial and error, and I was able to do that too. And I'm going to show you both of those in a minute. But before I do, I want to remind everybody about the giveaway that is going on at my blog, Crafter's Castle. The links are below in the description box. And I'm going to be giving away 3 wonderful prizes. The drawing ends on January 24th. And what I'm trying to do is get 124 followers by January 24th, which is 124. And so it would be really great if you can hop on over to my blog and become a follower, and you'll be entered in the drawing. We have 3 wonderful prizes that will be given away from 3 wonderful sponsors: Scrapbook Blessings Club, MHK Designs, and Sensational Stamps. So you don't want to miss out on that. So head on over to my blog, and I'll see you back here at my craft table. The first thing I want to do is share with you some of the tools that I use to make the cards. So I have my scoreboard, which is pretty much a must. And of course, my cutter, also a must. A ruler, which comes in handy. I have my Cuttlebug, which I use when I'm making the smaller cards that will fit in here. And I use my Sizzix circle dies for that. And then when I'm making my bigger cards, or to cut out the embellishments to go on them, I use my Cricut Explorer, which I absolutely love. Now, you may have things that you prefer to use, and that is just fine. All right, now let's get started on the first card. To save time, I've already cut out a circle, and it is a 5-inch circle. You can cut it out any size that you want and just adjust the measurements. And I've already drawn on here where to score it and where to cut it. This is not how I do it when I'm making a card. I'm doing this so that you can see it better. I'm also going to post a picture of this at the end of the video so that you can stop it and write down the measurements, if that would help you. So the first thing you do is you have, in this case, a 5-inch circle, and we're going to score it across at 2.5 inches because that's the halfway point. So I would just score right down that line. And then the next thing I'm going to do is bring over my cutter, and we're going to cut a slit right here. So this is the front of the card, and I have that marked. And you can decide how far across the card you want your step to go. I'm going to use the halfway mark just to make it easier for this demonstration. And because it's a circle, it's hard to get it lined up in the right spot. So what I do is I take my ruler and put it at the 2.5-inch mark, put that up against the edge, and then I can line this up. And I'm lining up my score mark that we just did with the 2.5-inch mark on my ruler. So now we know we have it 2.5 inches here, and we also have it at 2.5 inches this direction. And I want it to be 3/4 of an inch to the right of that line and 3/4 of an inch to the left of where we just scored. So that would mean for here it'd be 3 1/4 inches, and we would cut all the way over to 1 3/4 inches, and that will give us 3/4 of an inch on either side of that score line. Now we go back to the scoreboard. And we're going to line up our score line again with the 2.5 so that we're still in the exact same place. It's really important. And now you're going to score from 3 1/4 over to that slit and from 1 3/4 over to the slit. So now you have a score mark that goes to each end of the slit. So let me hold this in close for you to see. So what we did was we scored across at 2.5. Then 2.5 inches in, we cut 3/4 on either side of that line, which would be 3 1/4 to 1 3/4. Then we put it back on the scoreboard, still lined up with that 2.5 inch mark, and we scored at the 3 1/4 inch line over to the slit, and at 1 3/4 over to the slit. Okay, now you're going to fold your card. You know, this is hard to do with your arm wrapped around camera. You're going to fold it in half, and then we're going to do a mountain fold with the back score, a valley fold with the center, and by the way, excuse this little thing here, and a valley fold again. And now I'm going to show you what it would look like without a bunch of marks all over it. This is one of the smaller ones. I believe this is the size we just did, which is the 5-inch one. And so then you just decorate it and make it look beautiful. Getting closer. I love this. The Eiffel Tower came off from, oh no, I should have looked it up. I believe it's Summer in Paris. It is a cricket image, and the fan is a cricket image. And then the flowers I made using a Tim Holtz die. And of course, this was also made with my Cuddle Bug using a scalloped oval die. And here's another one, just to give you another example of what one of these cards could look like. So they're really easy to make. Like I said, I will put the directions at the end. And also, if you have any questions, ask me. If you need to replay this and stop it every once in a while, you can do that. But I hope you have fun giving this a try. And now I'll be right back and we will do the other card. After seeing that card in the magazine, I absolutely loved it. And after making it, I was wondering if it was possible to make it with 2 steps, like we would with a regular side step card. And so, with a little trial and error, I figured out how to do it. And there we go. With a cute little bestie girl on there. She's a 3D image. And I made some little presents. And this little cupcake is actually from a Cricut cartridge and stamp set that close to my heart cells. And I'll put a link below. So here's how this is made. Again, I've got it all written out for you, and a picture of this will also be at the end of the video, so you can pause it and write it all down. But it is just as easy as the other one. So again, I'm starting with a 5-inch circle, and we're going to score it at the 2.5-inch mark, which is halfway. And then just like before, I'm going to set my ruler here on the 2.5-inch mark. And then I'm going to line up my score line also with the 2.5-inch mark so that I know that everything is lined up. Okay, there we go. Make sure everything is lined up good. I'm really weird about this. Okay, this time we're going to actually make the slit, and it's going to go from the 1.5 inch mark all the way to the 4-inch mark. So I'm a little backwards. I'm going to start mine here at 4 inches, and I'm going to slide it all the way down. And actually, this one actually has it been cut? It has. Good. Okay. I did this ahead of time to make it easier. So we're going to slide it down. So now it's been cut from 1.5 inches to 4 inches. So there's your little cut. And now we're going to go back to the scoreboard. And again, we're going to line up our previous score line with the 2.5 inch mark so that it's right back where it started from. Okay? And now we're going to score from the 1.5 inch mark over to the slit. So we'll score that. And then we're going to score at the 3 inch to the slit, 3.5 to the slit, and 4 inches to the slit. So now we have score lines in all of these places. All right. So just like before, mountain fold for the back fold, valley fold for the next one. Like I said, this is difficult to do when I'm trying to do it around the camera so that you can see it better. And then mountain fold for the next one, valley fold, and mountain fold. And let's get these all folded up nicely together. Fold on that score line as well. And there you go. Now, guess what? There's something I forgot to show you on the last one, so I'm glad you're watching now. Let me grab a pair of scissors really quick. Sorry, reaching across there. If you look on the back, you can see the curve here, and you want to cut right with the curve so that your card is rounded. I went off camera. So that your card is rounded. And I should have showed you that on the last one. So there you go. There's your 2-step rocker card. And there is your 2-step rocker card. I'm back again to show you one more time. This was on the first card that we did, so it's the single step. And see if I can make sure I'm on camera doing this. You can do it from the front or the back, but you want to get rid of this little notch sticking out from when you folded the card down inside. So just follow the curve of your card and just snip it off, and there you go. Perfect little rocker card. And remember that all of these cards can be made in different sizes, and you just have to adjust the measurements to your taste. So please give it a try. It's really fun and easy to do. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you think those cards are as fun as I do. And I would love to see what you come up with if you want to share with me. And don't forget to stop by my blog, The Crafter's Castle, and become a follower so you can be in my drawing. Happy crafting, everyone. Bye-bye.